She was broken. I was speechless. And then God stepped in. Hey, just Jeff here with another story and a song. God's timing is always perfect. This is another true story. One night while driving for Lyft, I was giving a young woman a ride, and she was in the middle of one of the hardest moments of her life so far. I had no idea what to say. Even though I had a pretty good idea, this was a moment God had appointed. But I just listened, and all I could say was, I'm so sorry you're going through this. All the while, feeling like, God, I'm going to fail you on this one. I'm sorry. But then, just in time, God prompted me with a question to ask her. And by God's grace alone, the words that followed, they met her right where she was. And the rest of it was a clear message, not only for her, but as well a message for me. And that message was very simple. God is always right there. And He does deliver exactly when we need Him to. Not always when we want Him to, but when we need Him to. I hope you enjoy the song. In the moment when this happened, it immediately struck me right in the heart. And as you'll soon see, it struck her too.
She was standing on the curb with her whole life in her hands. Laundry baskets and boxes, walking away from broken plans. I popped the trunk, didn't ask her why, but along the way she started to cry, her heart pouring out in the dark. Every mile, every tear, I just let her talk. And I prayed, dear God, what do I say? If you got the words she needs, give them to me today. God's timing is never late. One whisper can shift the weight. Even when we don't know what to say, if we just listen, He makes a way. The boxes were heavy, but lighter than grief. I longed to give her a moment's relief. Then deep in my soul I heard a voice sing, have you ever heard of King Solomon's ring? She shook her head, so I opened the door to a story that's traveled through ages before. God's timing is never late. One whisper can shift the weight. Even when we don't know what to say, if we just listen, He makes a way. God's timing is never late. One whisper can shift the weight. Even when we don't know what to say, if we just listen, He makes a way.
Though I told her this story as I know it, King Solomon once asked his wise men for something that would keep him humble in the best of times and encourage him throughout the hard times. And I told her they brought him a ring with 4 simple words engraved on it, and those words were, this too shall pass.
I told her of a king of the past. He asked for a gift that will last. Strength in the hard times, humble in the good times. They made him a ring with wisdom to fill. 4 humble words that whisper still. This too shall pass, I promise you. This too shall pass. These words are true. God's timing is never late. One whisper can shift the weight. Even when we don't know what to say, if we just listen, He makes a way. God's timing is never late. One whisper can shift the weight. Even when we don't know what to say, if we just listen, He makes a way. As she froze, as she let the box fall right to the floor, tears came back as she was before. Her voice trembled and her knees were weak. She wiped a tear as she started to speak. My grandma always said, this too shall pass. And just last week, she passed away. And in that quiet street, under that pale light, I saw God step in to help her carry the weight. He used a story I barely knew to speak his hope and pull her through. Joy or sorrow, both in his hands. He's in the highs, he's in the sand. If we just listen,